Our live pinpoint weather team coverage begins with Eyewitness News reporter Jared Pliner, who's live in Providence.
Mike Shannon, good evening. I'm here at the West Elementary School in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood, and I'm told the streets here are narrow as is, and then you add in the snow, and well, you get the picture. Divided opinion on whether school should have been in. Some different views here. Some Providence parents say today was not the day for pencils and books.
They could have used one more day to keep them out of school and do a better cleanup. And this way here, you know, everyone could get to school on time.
The small streets are very, very bad, and the traffic, it was horrible.
Can't even find a door to get in. Traffic's horrible. We can't get out of here. It's horrible out here.
Snowbanks are certainly high, travel lanes squeezed, the field of vision reduced, with some kids taking to the streets where there's no sidewalk to be found. New City Chief Operating Officer Brett Smiley told Eyewitness News the decision to open was 100% correct.
We would not have made the decision to open if we didn't know that our schools were ready to open, and they were. All of the lots were cleared. All of our city sidewalks, municipal sidewalks, school sidewalks were clear and ready to go. I personally was driving around doing inspections last night.
There's a but.
We do continue to have a challenge with property owners, both business owners and residents, who don't shovel their own sidewalks. And the mayor's been very clear in calling on them to do their part and take responsibility for their own sidewalk.
Smiley notes there's something else to keep in mind.
87% of our kids get free or eligible for free or reduced lunch, and many of them have hot breakfast at school too. There's more to consider when we decide whether or not to open schools, and for a lot of our kids, this is exactly where they need to be, and we're proud that we opened today.
I also spoke with Councilman Michael Correa, the councilman here in Ward 6. He tells me there were some bus delays this morning, buses having a bit of trouble maneuvering around the now narrowed streets. Now, coming up at 6, we're going to take a look at the breakdown of how Providence students actually get to school, as well as today's attendance. Live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, I'm Jared Pletter, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Tony. Now the blizzard of 2015. Several cities decided to cancel class today because there was still more snow removal to be done.
But Providence was not one of them, and some parents say it was not easy getting to school on time. New at 6 tonight, we're taking a closer look at exactly how students did make it in this morning. Eyewitness News reporter Jared Pliner joins us now live in the capital city.
Hey there, Mike and Shannon. We're back here at the West Elementary School in Mount Pleasant. You know, city officials were absolutely adamant today that reopening was the right way to go, not only because they believe conditions are now safe, but they see lost learning time as a setback in their overarching plan to improve the city's schools. Providence officials tell Eyewitness News a snapshot taken earlier in the school day indicated almost 8 in 10 kids in class on this first day back, 77% versus a typical 90% attendance. They also say tardy arrivals were given wide latitude in light of bus and other delays. But how do Providence kids get to school? District administration tells us about 12,000, roughly half, walk, are dropped off, or assume the cost of public transportation. 10,000 ride on a good old yellow school bus, and 2,000 high schoolers have city-issued RIPTA passes, bringing the total population to approximately 24,000. While Providence students were back in session Thursday, Pawtuckets weren't. City officials there said too many sidewalks remained impassable. While the capital city's new COO said he was absolutely confident in the mayor and superintendent's decision to reopen, he added some non-city entities are behind in cleanup.
It is the responsibility of the homeowner or the business owner to shovel their own sidewalk, and we're calling on them to do so now.
And we should also mention that we have not received any indication from the city of Pawtucket as for school tomorrow. Similarly, the city's own page, as well as the school department's page and Facebook and Twitter pages, remain silent on that as well. Live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, I'm Jared Pletter, Eyewitness News.